Welcome back to the PBC, man. We got some breaking news today. You know what I'm saying? I always give it to my brothers. Big salute and big shout out to everybody down in that chat. Everybody that's taking care of these pets from across the world, no matter where you at on this good old green earth. Salute to my brothers and sisters out there doing the right things with these dogs, like I always say. The brothers that's doing the positive things with these dogs, like I always say. I give it to you and I give it to you first. And I don't hesitate and I don't cut no slack. We coming live from the South Carolina today. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling y'all brothers for the last 2 years, I've been giving you dog fighting bust over and over and over and over and over from South Carolina. What them SLED people say? SLED, South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. What them SLED people say? Open case. I keep telling y'all, open case. Every time I do this shit, open case. What open case mean? This shit still ongoing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you some more of that news. We got, a matter of fact, let me break it down a little slower for y'all brothers and sisters, right? I gave you a dog fighting bust in 2024. 2024 in South Carolina. Everybody broke off running. Got away. Leave vehicles, all kind of shit like that, right? I told you I was gonna be reporting back on this same incident. When I gave you that news, I told you then, it's gonna be a matter of time. In 2026, 2 arrests been made from a dog fighting bust that happened in 2024. You know where you got it from first. It's your boy K9s. I'm gonna give you this news article, and then I'm gonna get to talking my shit the way I talk my shit. Salute to the brothers down in the chat, sisters down in the chat, and everybody that's listening to the video, no matter where you're at. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get that ball rolling. And my brothers and sisters out here need this news, and they ain't trying to be slacking out here, So without further ado, we gonna get into that South Carolina dog fighting arrest. Hey, to my brother I ain't gonna say your name right now. You know what I'm saying? Brother LB, that's how I'm gonna say, LB. You know how you always be saying, I wonder is it a dog fighting bust or they just locked some people up with some dogs and they weren't taking care of them and they calling them a dog fighting bust, because they like to do that. A brother could be not taking care of his dogs or his pets or whatever, a little skinny, and they gonna give him a dog fighting charge, And that's what the brother be saying. He be wanting to tune in to the dog fighting bust, not just somebody who got two skinny pit bulls and then now they charging them with dog fighting. This dog fighting bust right here, big dog. You know what I'm saying? This dog fighting bust, this is where they come back, serve no warrants 2 years later. So let's get into this, and we're going to talk a little bit about it when we're done. It's your boy K9s on the PBC, Pelican Bay's Corner, where it's fair, unbiased, raw, and uncut. Let's get into it.
Dog fighting investigation has landed 2 men behind bars, that's according to SLED. Authorities say that Jordan Price and Jamarcus Culp are each facing multiple charges, including ill treatment of animals and presence at a facility of animal fighting. Authorities say an investigation led to the discovery of the active dog fight in a wooded area near McCord's Ferry Road in Eastover in 2024. SLED says multiple people watching tried to run away from the scene. Agents say that Price was found with a gun and cash. Warrants say Culp was also at that same dogfighting ring. Investigators found his truck, they say, at the scene when people were running away. Both Price and Culp are being held at the Alvinus Glen Detention Center.
Breaking news alert. This is a breaking news alert. 2 men charged after Richland County dogfighting bust. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, SLED, has charged 2 men with animal crimes following a 2024 dogfighting bust. On April 20th, 2024, law enforcement disrupted an active dogfight in a wooded area near McCord's Ferry Road in Eastover around 10 p.m. Authorities say the spectators ran from the scene, and around 12:44 a.m., Jordan Joes Price, 25, was detained in the area and had a gun and cash. This is something we have to acknowledge. A cooperating defendant told law enforcement that Price was at the dogfight. According to a warrant, 2 dogs had been fighting for 10 minutes and were separated by law enforcement. One of them had numerous injuries. Price was charged with 2 counts of ill treatment of animals, criminal conspiracy, and presence at facility of animal fighting or baiting. First offense on March 19, 2026. SLED also charged Jamarcus Lee Culp, 31, with 2 counts of ill treatment of animals, criminal conspiracy, and presence at facility of animal fighting or baiting. First offense on Friday, March 6, 2026. Culp's truck was found parked near the dogfight. Both Price and Culp were booked into the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center in Richland County. Here's another article from the same dogfight coming to you from the PBC Eastover. 2 men have been charged with ill treatment of animals and other crimes nearly 2 years after a dogfight in a wooded area of Eastover. What officials say happened: officers disrupted the dogfight on McCord's Ferry Road on the night of April 20th, 2024. People who were watching the fight fled the scene when officers announced their presence. Joez Price, 25 of Chester, and Jamarcus Lee Culp, 31 of Ridgeway, were both arrested after another person told officers they were at the dogfight that night, arrest warrants said. Price was detained a couple hours after the fight, and Culp's truck was parked near the scene. Both men are charged with 2 counts of ill treatment of animals, criminal conspiracy, and presence at a facility of animal fighting or baiting, according to a press release from the SC State Law Enforcement Division. What we know about the dogs involved: arrest warrants do not include the breed of the dogs involved in the fight. The dogs, one tan and the other black, had been fighting for at least 10 minutes before officers arrived. They continued to fight in the pit until law enforcement separated them. The tan dog sustained several unspecified injuries from the fight, the warrants said. Price and Culp were booked into the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center in Richland County, and the case will be prosecuted by the Fifth Circuit Solicitor's Office. The investigation is still active. Anyone with information can contact SLED.
See, no disrespect to none of my other brothers that live in all the other 50 states across the United States, but I tell y'all brothers and I tell y'all sisters, South Carolina ain't bullshitting when it comes to dog fighting, the dog fighting war. You see, it's a war with the government and the brothers that's involved with the dog fighting stuff. There's a war going on in South Carolina. I don't know about your state. I'm just speaking about mine. You know what I'm saying? And when they do this shit, they ain't close. They just made an arrest and they ain't worrying about it no more. Man, each arrest is going back to the next, another arrest, another arrest. You just heard what the newsman said. Whoever was caught up in that last dog fighting bus in this situation, they said, yeah, they was at the dog fight. Him and him was at the dog fight. But y'all want to call me names and call me this and call me that. But you won't be mad at that man that say you was there at that damn dog fight. You see? It's all good though. It's all good because I'm going to keep giving that news. It ain't going to slow up. It ain't going to hesitate. It ain't going to stop. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some going to like it and some ain't. That's just how we give it. That's just how we do it, man. You know what I'm saying? We give that news so you can peep over that damn fence and see how it looking over there. Because them boys, they sold you a dream. They say it's all milk and honey on the other side of that fence. You better peep over that damn fence before you go climbing up over there, because once you're over there, you're over there. A lot of people don't get a chance to climb that cross before their ass jammed up and all kind of shit. People across that fence. People over there and see what they talking about, man. They talking about some milk and honey, and I don't see neither one of them yet. You better peep, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm from that same game you from. Letting them go from between my legs. I told you, man, I don't know a motherfucker that loved to have. Back in my days, man, listen here. Damn all the other shit. Let me release a dog from between my legs. That's a natural high. But I know what time it is out here in this game right now, man. I took a few minutes, a few months to just sit back and just look. Just take a deep breath, just relax for a few minutes and look how the game is unfolding. Look what's going on in this game. Now, it's either one or two things. Either before I was giving this news, we just didn't know that it was going down, or over the past 3 years, like I said, since the Carolina Classic, what it was, 10 shows or 20 shows that day, supposed to be, I forgot how many it was, a boatload of them. But since that situation happened, bing, 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 bang, bing, bang, bing, bang, every damn month. Sometimes 2 times a month, maybe 3. The Midlands, you see, that Midland area, you got the Midlands, you got the Low Country, and you got the Grand Strand, or the PD area. That's that beach area where I'm talking about, the beach area and all that area where I'm from. Midlands, you talking about like Columbia, Spartanburg, Greenville, you know what I'm saying? Some of that might be considered upper state, you know. That might be considered upper state, some of them states, some of them cities I'm naming out. But you got any of your cities around that Columbia, Richland area, that's gonna be your Midlands. And then you got your Low Country, which is going back down towards Charleston and all your other areas, you know. And man, this year alone, all January, February, and March, you had dogfighting busts coming out of Midland, South Carolina, which is that whole little middle part, that middle area. And them folk not slacking up, man. See, this the thing. You get caught up with dog fighting, you might not even get 5 years, you know? But it ain't the dog fighting that you brothers and my brothers and sisters out here gotta worry about. It's the other shit you get caught with when you get caught for your dog fighting and all that other shit. You know? That's what you gotta worry about. Everybody not lucky enough to get the warrant served on them and they don't got nothing else, no drugs, no weapons, no nothing else, and they just go turn themselves in whenever they can turn themselves in or whatever. Everybody don't get that lucky, you know? They catching these brothers with firearms on them, drugs on them, and all other kind of stuff on them. And I'm so glad the newsman said people in the case already, that's already in trouble in that same case, identified these 2 brothers. I'm glad they let you see. They let you hear it. Oh, they ain't say nothing about Pelican Bay identified them. No, they ain't say Pelican Bay identified them. They say people involved in that case identified them. Man, it's going down, man. South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? It's going down. I told y'all, brothers, you think I'm talking gas and I say, man, listen here. This shit different over here, dog. You know, a brother get jammed up 3 times in a row in less than 2 years, 19 months, he get busted 3 times in a row and almost 120 some dogs. Man, his ass will be in prison in Alcatraz, fucking around with South Carolina. We don't do that bullshit Washington State do. You know what I'm saying? Slap you on your, man, listen, you know how much bulldogging? Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this here. You know how much bulldogging a brother would be doing in South Carolina if they slap you on the wrist like they do in Washington State? Man, these brothers wouldn't give a fuck. 10 months. 10 months get busted 3 times. Maybe a lifetime ban. Who gives a fuck? I'm still gonna have the dogs. South Carolina is different, dog. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on over there. Bulldog capital. And them boys ain't slowing up. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I ain't in the game right now. I'm just looking at the game from the outside. Outside looking in now, right? Boy, them boys ain't slowing up. When I say them boys, I'm talking about them bulldoggers. Them boys don't give a fuck. They gonna bulldog till the wheels fall off. You know? I ain't bullshitting to you now. They gonna make Sled earn their money. You see, bulldogging over here is like gang banging in LA. It's a way of life, man. That's all some of us brothers know is bulldogging. But you gotta make changes in your life my brothers, my sisters, when it comes to that type of stuff, because it's not the same game we came up in. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we can easily take a lick on a dogfight charge. What they say, if you're looking at it, that's a ticket. And if you're doing it, you up to 5 years in jail or a year or something in jail or something like that, maybe. But folk can take that and come back home and still be bulldogging. But it's the other shit, dog. It's the gun. Now you got a gun. Now you're a felon with a gun. That's a whole different damn thing. Federal charge. Now you got drugs. Now you got crack, weed, fentanyl. That's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Now you got all this, anything else, whatever you get jammed, counterfeit money, bad check, anything you get jammed with, it's going to come along with that dog fighting shit. That's how they doing it now, man. You know, they ain't want to just run up on you when they know you ain't got nothing on you. We got that warrant on them. Let's sit. Let's just sit and wait. Catch them with the fat pocket. You know? Catch them, go out there, ask questions about him in the city that he from. Them boys had that warrant for 2 years. Them folk ain't messed with him for a whole 2 years. And you tell me what's up. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't, we gonna get him with every damn thing. Only thing my job is to let y'all boys see, let y'all boys know this shit ain't right out here. Get your life and shit together. I ain't talking about, how much money you make and go get a job. I'm talking about when it come to them dogs, you better be doing the damn right thing with it. Because at the end of the day, you know, I know, she know, and he know. Some of these folk out here care more about dogs than they do people. You know what I'm saying? You see that brother in Georgia got that 500 years about them dogs? You know what I'm saying? You see that shit? See, what I'm about to do, I'm going to do a show this week right here. I'm going to Google Paulding, Georgia sex offender cases for the last 5 years. I'm going to do that show this week. I'm going to Google Paulding, Georgia sex offender cases for the last 5 years and see how much time these brothers got. For every sex offender convicted in Paulding, Georgia over the last 10 years, 5 to 10 years. And my thing ain't to put them on blast. My thing is to show you how much time they got compared to a brother that had some skinny fucking dogs. Shit don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I just give you the dang on news. PBC satellites from outer space, you know, CNN satellites from outer space. I'm about to hook up and sign a contract with another group of satellites from outer space. I'm gonna have the PBC, the CNN satellites, and another group of satellites, because the news has got to come in. You know what I'm saying? When I gave them brothers that article from Europe, where they was talking about Tom Garner in it, right? One brother said it was that old. One brother telling me that was old. Man, that wasn't old, my brother. I've been reporting on that news from the UK 2 different times. When that first incident happened, when they got the brothers, and I ain't have no video, no pictures, I've been trying to get that PBC documentary for the last damn 6 months, at least last 6 months to 8, going on close to a year. Been trying to get it. I know it's out there, but the computer's saying we can't have it here in America. It's only being showed on BBC TV until finally I got hold to it. You remember when I told y'all brothers that a man from Europe was just strolling through something and he accidentally stumbled onto a dogfighting ring? You know, from a glitch in the computer, he stumbled into a dogfighting ring. So that's a whole new situation, new documentary that you watched that I put out when they was mentioning the brother Tom Garner name. You know? That ain't no old, nothing old, you know what I'm saying? I don't worry about nothing old, because nothing old can affect my brothers and sisters outside of Raw Bull, outside of Wildcat. Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, oh shit. That's the only old thing that can affect y'all brothers and sisters out here in the dog game today. I don't worry about all that shit that happened back in the days before I started doing the news. I don't worry about the articles that I done told y'all while I was doing the news. My thing is to give you the news. My thing ain't to say, oh, he doing this or he doing that, but I am doing it with Raw Bull and Mallcat because them two are the biggest kennels in the United States. This man over here in Paula, Georgia got 500 years. Mallcat got the most dogs ever took in a dog fighting bust from one person in the United States history. Hey, y'all brothers in South Carolina, they just got busted. You need to call Mallcat and see what kind of see what he know so you could be eating spaghetti at your house too. You know what I'm saying? Call him and see what kind of magic tricks he know. Biggest damn dog fighting bust from a single man in United States history, and it's a multiple. Bitch, you done got busted in 2001, 2004, and 2025. Or 2024, rather. You know, 2024. It happened 2024, around about October. They kept it secret until 2025 March, and now it's 2026 March. Raw Bull. That's the only thing that can affect y'all brothers in modern day time. Motherfucker bringing drugs in to kill us Americans off with these fake ass, bullshit ass pills. Man, listen here, man. Better pay attention to what's going on around you in this dog community. You know, want to say this, want to say that. Man got 500 years. Old Randall Thaxton over here in Georgia, that man damn near doing 20 years. Ain't had no damn, his dogs was all right, I guess. A little scratched up, maybe. Word is from his friends, he ain't had no scratched up dogs. I don't know. I know they gave him right at 20 years. And it's an old fella. Old man. When you got brothers that at that age, 5 years is 20 years. But you give a man a dove, and then the biggest damn dog fighting bust in America for a single person. You got two biggest dog fights in America. You got the 500, Missouri 500, that happened several years ago when they got all them dogs from Missouri, and you got Mallcat ass. You see? Be careful, my brothers and sisters out here, man, that you think you doing the right things, and you don't want to pass judgment on certain things, but you gotta watch your ass out here. You know, to the brothers that's transporting, you better pay attention just as much as the next person better pay attention. You know, brothers transport, you know how easy it is for you to get a charge? And you wasn't even doing nothing. Oh, this motherfucker, he know I'm fighting dogs. He know this, he know that. He about to take these dogs from me and sell them over there. Now you gotta prove this shit. You know, you gotta prove you don't know, and cause he's saying you know. Now I told Mallcat a long time ago, how the fuck you gonna have the hottest man in America advertising your damn dogs? You don't want to listen. You want to keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing until you end up fucked up. And like I said before, how in the hell is it a coincidence? Buck City get busted in 2004, Mallcat get busted in 2004. Buck City get busted in 19 and 2020. Nope. I don't know what years he was. It was back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? 19, 20, 22. So around that area. And now Mallcat busted again. Mallcat, you need to have a little bit of heart. Have a little bit of heart to call that motherfucker and ask him, Why is it a coincidence, dog? And you got busted then, and I got busted back then. You got busted then, and I got busted then. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on around you. These brothers out here, they 50 years old, pushing 60. You think they want to leave them bitches? They want to leave the lavish lifestyle to go sit back there? You want to take it to trial? Everybody know what going to trial mean. If you win, you're good. If you lose, you're fucked. Marquette, you lost. You lost, big dog. Maximum. To the maximum, in the words of the brother. To the maximum. And this ain't what I'm wishing on you. This was real. You know, when you got your flunkies out here fucking with people like me, you can't expect me to lighten up. I told you, man, this war. In war, it ain't no fucking rules. You little henchmen, they want to play all your troll games. They want to say this. They better be ready. Because PPK is game as they gonna come. I'm going to come out the corner scratching on 3 legs with the eyeball hanging out. Salute the pro and game mag, wherever you at, big dog. You know, is what it is, man. Is what it is. Raw Bull. What his name is? Bruce Lowe? Bruce Lowe. Piece of shit. Bringing that damn bullshit ass drugs in. Man, listen here, man. Like I said, these motherfuckers is killing the Americans up with all that overseas drugs, them overseas pills. You know what I'm saying? Stick to some regular straight raw cocaine. You might be all right. Some regular weed, you might be all right. Some regular old crack, you might be all right. Regular old heroin, you might be all right. Y'all motherfuckers got fentanyl, you got this, you got that, you got these pills, them pills, and them shit's killing motherfuckers out here. And you wonder why them folk on your ass. Yeah, man. Like I say, I don't report old dog news. You hear me reporting anything about the dog bust or anything like that, that shit is up to date. Any damn thing I'm talking about, unless we talking about old bloodlines, it's gonna be up to date shit. You know? If Mr. Garner don't learn anything from my news, he should learn that his name is being called in the big time dogfighting bust. The biggest one of the biggest ones that happened in America, his name was being called, and the biggest shit in Europe, probably the biggest shit ever in Europe. You know, his name being called. So he need to know that shit, especially if he's doing the right things with his dogs. I'm almost willing to bet you Raw Bull looking at a life sentence. You know, if not life, at least 15 years. I guarantee he looking at least 15 years. You remember I gave you the article? They dug up the shit out the ground. They got drugs from the house then. They got 100 and some dogs. They got all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? When they got Raw Bull the first time. And then he turned around and get busted bringing drugs in from Asia or somewhere like that, one of them other countries over there. Man, I guarantee he looking at almost 15 to life. You know? And they got all the evidence. What the fuck is they waiting on? They got all the evidence. You want to go to trial? Let's go to trial. They ain't got no reason to wait. Only reason they got to wait is why, my brothers? Why, my sisters? Why they got a reason to wait? Because Raw Bull told them something in their ear. They got all the evidence. They got all the shit from the damn house. You remember it was a whole video floating around with Raw Bull bragging about fighting dogs for money. That whole video was floating around, and the same time he got busted. Talking about when he gonna do this dog and when he gonna do that dog. And you know if we seen it, them folks seen it. Or got it. They don't need no evidence. They got everything they need on him. Is you gonna take it to trial like Marquette and lose? But he might got he might got that special privilege too, where he could come eat spaghetti. Stay home and eat spaghetti, don't have to go to jail. I'm just here to give you that breaking news. Like I said, breaking news from the South Carolina. Dog fighting arrest from 2024. That lets a lot of brothers know that shit that happened down there in what that was in Texas, Newton County. They're gonna have some more arrests coming up. 40 cars there. Ain't no way they got 40 people with 40 cars. They got some more arrests coming up, Newton County. And Operation Fight Club in Dallas. We still don't know who they got from that yet. 8 people that they arrested. We still don't know who they got from it yet. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. Your boy PB K9s, and I'm out.